Now, I know to some people this will be a very big surprise, but I think I need to get this off my chest, and something that I feel very deeply and I have been thinking for a very long time. I've just never had the courage to really say it because of the social stigma that surrounds this topic. And brace yourselves when I say this. This is only my opinion. Don't get mad. Batman is not good media. I am sorry. The comics, bad. The movies, bad. Actually, let me just get into this. I just today started watching Batman again. I remember my cousin showing me the third one with Bane, which, I mean, it's an action movie. Don't get me wrong. If you're like a 12-year-old hooligan wanting destruction and chaos, then sure, you're gonna have fun watching The Batman, of course. However, if you are a human being with a functioning I can't speak, kill me now, with the prefrontal cortex, um, you should not be enjoying these movies. Or like, I understand just that I watched the first Batman Begins, and I understand how from like ironic perspective, this can be a really funny movie, because it's just so bad that it's funny, you know what I mean? I don't truly believe you can enjoy this as a serious movie, because it just does not make sense. I'll get to Batman himself later on, but let me get to the movie first. Now, for those who haven't seen the 20-year-old movie, spoiler alert, Batman exists. And it kind of starts off with, you know, him beating his master. You can't kill people! Killing people is bad! I believe in Gotham! And then he changes his fucking voice afterwards, but that's kind of how he sounds in the beginning. And to prove that he isn't with the League of Shadows, League of Villains, whatever they call themselves, Ra's al Ghul, to prove that he doesn't want to kill anyone, he blows up their entire monastery and kills like 50 people. And that's like the first point where I'm like, okay, something's not quite adding up in this movie. How do you blow up an entire like Shaolin monk temple to prove that you don't want to kill anyone? So that was kind of insane from my perspective. I'm like, okay, that's like his first move. Maybe later on he redeems himself. So he goes back to his rich boy manor, blah blah blah. Plot thickens, whatever. I don't even have a problem with the plot itself if you just ignore the first part. My main problem is it's so cringe. It is such a cringe movie. Like, it's like Disney prime time. You know, like those Disney shows you'd watch at like 6 p.m. where it's like it's not quite bedtime, but it's getting kind of edgy. That's the entire movie of Batman Begins. And I'll get to my problems with Batman 2 and 3 later on, although 2 is definitely the best. I will describe basically every scene in Batman. Batman sneaks up on a guy, hits him, and then the other guy's like, "What just happened? Who is this guy? What is he doing?" And he's like, "I'm Batman." Like, you can't be serious, man. You can't be a self-respecting movie actually saying that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, for its time, maybe it was revolutionary, but in hindsight, we can all look at the Batman and say definitively that he was cringe, right? Because it's just insane. And it's not just like one case of this happening. There's multiple times throughout the movie where it's like, he's right behind me, isn't he? And he's like hit over the head. It's like, it isn't real. This is like a fucking TikTok skit someone made of the Batman. Or he's like in his car, and this is one of my favorite scenes. He's in his car going through like a tunnel, and there's like 20 cop cars following him. And the way he escapes the cops is he just turns off the lights on his car, and it cuts to like the police people, and they're like, radio, you guys have visuals on him? Where did he go? You just see like his car like going past them on the side. Like, you're not gonna just notice. It's like a fully lit up tunnel. You're not just gonna notice like the huge ass fucking tank going past you. Like, it's painted black. He's in the shadows. We can't see him anymore. Like that was truly just one of the moments of all time. And then the cinematography is also extremely strange because whenever a cop will get into an accident following like yeah, I'm not even gonna get into the fact that like 90,000 cops die in that movie because of Batman. He legit like goes on a chase and like 90 cop cars like fly over and explode. I don't understand how he's helping them in this case. They all die, but then when he gets to the villain, he's like, I don't kill. Shut up! You're so bad. You're so bad. You're actually the worst hero I've ever seen in my life. Then doesn't matter. I was going to I go off on tangents sometimes. Cinematography. You will see a cop in a car for like a split second before he dies. So instead of just having the cars chasing him flip over, before they flip over, it cuts to their face for like 1 second. They're like, and then they die. I'm like, what's the purpose of having that shot in the movie? Like, we don't know who that is. That's just like a random person. Not, oh my god, I haven't gone into this. There's like a really weird scene where, like, spoiler, like, there's this huge thingy-mabob weapon that's being transported to Wayne Tower, and there's the guards in the tower, they're like, we have to stop this. But their line delivery is genuinely so bad that it hurt me to watch that. I was laughing on that couch. It was so bad. They're like, we have to stop them, or we're all gonna die. And every time it cuts back to those two, like, security guards, that, by the way, can't even do anything. They don't have control. They're in the control room. They're not doing anything. They're just, like, looking at it like, if this reaches here, we're all gonna die. Cuts back, like, 2 minutes later. They're still sitting there. Oh my god, they're almost here. Oh my god, you guys have to do something. Like, you're in the control room. You're in the control room. Do something. They're just sitting there. And then, oh my god, I can't. Batman, at the very end, Batman has the choice of saving his old mentor or letting him die, right? Now, mind you, letting him die is doing something. He's basically killing him because he's holding him, right? He's right in front of him and he's grappled up somewhere and he would let him fall down with a train and explode. And he's like, I'm not gonna kill anyone, but I don't have to save you either. And then kills him. Like, you understand, the act of not saving someone who you are currently saving and throwing him away is killing him, right? Like, I don't even know what to say, man. It is really just bad. The writing is also just strange. I feel like the first Batman, maybe it's not the director's fault because I feel like that would have been like a 4-hour movie or like a series maybe. But the reveal of Scarecrow happens so fast and just like so weirdly that it's like, it's just strange. He's in an interrogation room. Now, I don't understand why you wouldn't have cameras in there, but the main villain, he's like side main villain, whatever. The main villain goes in to a room, a secured police precinct, and then into the room, into a jail cell, max security, and he talks with them. And he just has a briefcase with him, right? He walks through everyone with that briefcase. He's like, it maybe is like pen, pencil. He opens it up, high-tech gadgets. He has a fucking scary-ass mask he's wearing for some reason. He has like biochemicals in his... I don't even understand how this makes any sense in any capacity. I understand it's fiction, but just because it's fiction doesn't mean it's like, actually, this happens because, it happens. It just happens. Like, no, give me a reason. They're like, he snuck it in, or, I don't know, do something. Anything but what you did in that fucking show, man. It's just... And also, like, for some reason, the district attorney, which is, like, the main love interest of Batman, goes to, like, investigate what is happening in, like, that Dr. Scarecrow's facility. And instead of Scarecrow being, like... So dumb. This is like maximum stupidity of that entire scene. Is the weapon is going into Gotham right now, the main weapon to kill them, and they're like preparing something in the basement of that facility. And the district attorney, she's like, okay, we're gonna come raid. We're gonna come raid this facility in like tomorrow. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna show you everything. And he just takes her down to the basement and shows her that he's dumping like research chemicals into the water lines. And just like, I, I don't, I don't even understand in what world that makes sense to do. And then he's like, who knows you're here? She's obviously there on official business. Everyone should know where she is, right? Anyways, I'm just pissed. In general, Batman doesn't make any sense. Joker in the comics has killed like 10 quintillion people, and then Batman every time just locks him back up, just for him to escape in the next chapter and kill another 10,000 people. And then it's like, oh, but Batman, actually, Joker would be winning because he wants to die. He wants to corrupt the Bat. Like, who is really winning here? If Joker gets to kill another 10,000 people, I don't think it's Joker winning. Like, I don't think Batman's winning here by not just killing him, right? Like, he's actively making the life worse of everyone. Like, imagine if you're a cop in Gotham, right? Doesn't it just make sense to just fucking kill that guy? Like, just shoot him. And then the Batman will be like, "No, you can't get shoot." Just, I'm just pissed. I'm actually pissed at these movies, man, because they're just so dumb. Honestly, the second one was genuine. It was good. Second one was good. I don't even mind because not that many people really died, and it was decently written. Third one has like 90 quintillion loopholes that just don't make sense. But end of the day, it is what it is, right? I can't be bothered. The first one is really my pet peeve because the cinematography is so bad. Um, yeah, I guess this is a movie review, so I give it 3 out of 10 for it kind of being enjoyable, I guess. Like a background movie. See ya, I guess. Bye.